Welcome to Smart Business Show. Today, you can see we've got a bit of a different set, trying some new stuff. Let me know how you like the audio. Let me know how you like the video. I think the video quality looks pretty good, but we're just trying out some new stuff. So today, what we're going to talk about is where do you start if you want to go freelance? And the first place you start is recognizing that you need to do some planning first. One of the first things you need to do is you need to build up some savings. Number one, you need to build up some savings. Now, to decide what that is, you actually have to talk to probably your partner, your spouse, your whatever. You need to make sure that they are on board with this as well. But you also need to, like I said, you need to make sure that they have an idea of what type of savings that you want. Usually you're going to look at somewhere 3 to 6 months. I'd suggest 6. When I started, I had 3 months savings, and it was just barely enough to keep things going. So if you have 6, you're just going to be better off. Now, as you're negotiating with your partner on this, if they say, if you say 3 to 6 and go with 6, and they say, no, we want 9, you just go with 9. You don't even question. You say, okay, 9 it is. Now, if you say 3 to 6 and they say we want 4 years, then there's probably a deeper issue here. And this is where you negotiate with your spouse. And what you might find is that they have a lower risk tolerance than you. What they find is that their parents ran a whole bunch of businesses and it was never really successful, and there's just problems all the time. That is no good. So you need to dig deeper into that and build a better plan with them. So there's more trust for each other inside this relationship together as you build a business. Because there's no point. If you're trying to build a business on your own and you're trying to fight it at home where your spouse really isn't into it, it's not going to go well. It's going to fail. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Don't set yourself up for failure. Next, you got to figure out what type of software you're going to use billing with. It really doesn't matter. I used Billings a lot at first. Back then it was a one-time fee. Now there's a Billings Pro and it's a monthly fee, which is pretty standard for most places. That's fine. I use Cushion now. Cushion works as well. I've used 17 Hats. I've been very happy with that. I've used, a bunch of other ones. It doesn't really matter, right? Lots of people love Harvest. Harvest is fine too. FreshBooks is fine too. But pick one and then stick with it. Don't pick one and then read some blog post and choose something else. It doesn't matter really. That's one of the big things as you get going freelancing is don't switch tools just because you have a problem one day. Write the problem down and then put aside some time to research so that you can decide what tool solves the problem best. Choose that one then. And you got to make sure it doesn't introduce other problems to your business that you didn't anticipate in the first place. Next, similar in the software vein, you got to choose a project management system that works for you. And you got to figure out what that is. I like Trello. I like Asana works okay. There's lots of stuff. What I use a lot actually, is I'll clear it off my desk right here, is a bullet journal. That's what I use for lots of stuff. I wrote a book all about what I do called Analog Productivity. There'll be a link in the show notes of this video, of this podcast, if you want to find out more about that. Pick one, stick with it. Like I said, with the billing stuff, if there's a problem, then you do something about it. And you write down the problem and you spend some time researching to see what is the best option for you. You don't do, willy-nilly switch around. Bad idea. Now really, you're really not ready to leave yet. Even if you have those things picked out, you know your billing, you know your rates, you're charging probably more than you think you should initially because most people charge way too little initially. You're still not ready to go yet. What you need after that is, again, that deal with your partner, that 3 to 6 months income, whatever you decide together, but then you need to have clients. And basically you need to bust your butt until you have got to the point where you can't keep doing your normal job and your other job at the same time. Until you've busted your butt so hard that you're working evenings and weekends all the time and you've got that 3 to 6 months built up, then, only then, are you ready. When there's no possible hour to squeeze out, are you ready to give a couple weeks notice? When you give your couple weeks notice, you keep busting your butt for 2 more weeks, whatever, 3 more weeks, a month, whatever it is, and then you go out and then you're ready to be on your own. Now, there's still some more after that because you're going to have to manage your time and other stuff. We're going to talk about that in coming weeks because what's coming up in a few weeks, and I'll decide the launch date before the next video, we're going to come up to in a few weeks is a new book called The Freelancer's Guide to Getting Started. This is, some of the stuff out of chapter 1. And if you're interested in getting started with your freelance business, if you started, but you really feel like you started on the wrong foot and you're just not sure where to go with everything yet, this is going to be the book for you. It'll be available on Amazon. If you want to know about it, go to curtismchale.ca/subscribe. Subscribe to the email list. You'll get the first notices about the cheapest prices for the book and about all the other goodness that's coming with it. Because my friend Jason and I, just after the book launches, we'll be doing a course to show you how to get clients and how to manage your time so you can keep doing all those marketing activities so you do not fall into that feast and famine cycle that so many freelancers fall victim to. Thanks for watching. Give me a heart, star, thumbs up. whatever it is in your podcast player of choice. If you're on YouTube, the subscribe button is just below here. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Any comments, I'd love to hear about them. Have an awesome day.